was three people. Yeah. First off, how did you have that much time?
Yeah.
It was like 1, 2, 3, sack. Like,
what school is where from again? Is it Troy?
He's Troy.
Man, he played like he was from Krypton. This motherfucker. I mean, like the first dude, he had a good shot. He took a good position, and he just dogged him. Like, watch out, big fella. And then the second dude, it was like a movie. It was like zigzagging. He was like first guy, spin move. Second guy, rip. It was almost produced. Like it was a dance.
It was a Bruce Lee.
It's like fad. Like
he's one of the few defensive players who I think have been great his whole entire career.
Man,
no dits.
That play right there, I was like, yes sir. Like put your hand out, boy. So shout out to him. Yeah, I got Baltimore winning that game. We're gonna keep taking it down the slate. The 3-2, surprisingly, St. Louis Rams head out to Miami to get a little sunshine. 2-3 Miami Dolphins.
I think the Rams have an opportunity here to show what they're about. To show that they actually want to win this division.
They're playing good.
They are playing well, and I think they are better than the Seahawks, personally. I think Sam Bradford can show his stuff.
James Laurinaitis
and Chris Long had an excellent game last week. I mean, they looked marvelous. You know what I'm saying? Beating the Cardinals.
Yeah.
They stifled them. They stifled everything. They stifled Fitzgerald. I like Cortland Finnegan.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I like Laurinaitis. I like Chris Long. I like the guys they have on the defense.
A very underrated defense. Very underrated defense.
I think these guys will win. I don't think Miami is ready for this type of defense.
Well, they had that big win last week against Cincinnati.
Well, Cincinnati's defense hasn't been playing to snuff. Okay. Personally, they had those injuries.
It's funny. At first, I wasn't drinking the Rams Kool-Aid, but when you start thinking Jeff Fisher, and it keeps coming back to who's running the team.
That's the key.
It's like, and now all of a sudden they're starting to blossom.
He's rebuilding Tennessee.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I'm starting to believe a lot more in. I'm still not a big Bradford fan. Sam Bradford just grabs me as somebody who somehow should be better by now because he was a number one. Just like I'm disappointed in Stafford regressing a little bit. It's like, okay, I understand that there's going to be a little regression, but you're a number one pick.
Yeah.
Show that you are the best.
Let's be realistic.
You're an elite quarterback.
Not every number one pick as a quarterback is up to what they should be.
No,
and I think Bradford, he had that injury in college, and I think that slowed down his progression.
Yeah.
But I think this year, he might not be as good as we want him to be, but look at the weapons the guy has. The guy only has Danny Amendola, for Christ's sake.
Danny Amendola looking like Wes Welker.
He has Lance Kendrick. And what has he done ever? All right, all he has had is Steven Jackson. Give the guy a receiver.
I think he was on the Dean Martin show.
We digress. What's the score you got on that game? Look.
Who's playing?
The Dolphins and the Rams.
Oh, the Dolphins and the Rams.
And Miami.
I like the Dolphins. I like Tannehill. I like what I've seen of Tannehill. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a barn burner, 11-10.
Woo!
St. Louis, 14-7.
I'm gonna say Miami, 14-10. Two whole touchdowns.
2 whole touchdowns.
Yep. All right, next up, this is a big game, huge game, probably the biggest game to me of the week. The Detroit Lions head out to Philadelphia. 1-3 Detroit Lions versus the 3-2 sparkling Philadelphia Eagles. Fuck.
LaShawn McCoy. That's all I gotta say.
Perfect matchup.
I say nobody gives the Lions a chance. I say this is a week that they wake up, and because Philly has those, they'll play down to their competition at times, and I could definitely see the Lions driving them crazy. But it's gonna be a boom or bust game for Philly. It's like either it's gonna be they're gonna kick some ass, or it's gonna be like a big, really bad letdown game. 3 picks, 2 fumbles. Yeah, it'll be like people are gonna be like, get rid of Mike, chanting.
If Ndamukong Suh doesn't have a big game, I think Philadelphia goes crazy. Because I don't see anybody else on that defense.
Has he gone crazy yet this year?
Who,
how's Suh doing this year?
He's been very average. He's been the best. He's been the best on the line, but that's not saying much.
Yeah,
and he has barely looking like a dude.
Suh has three sacks on the season, and I believe somewhere like 14 tackles.
Well, the one thing they need to know though is I need those ends, Averill and Brandon Bosch. They have to keep that contained on Mike Vick.
Yeah.
Because if they can't keep contained on Mike Vick, he's going to do the same thing he did against the Giants. Yeah. Sweep outside, hit McCoy, hit Deshaun Jackson, hit Jeremy Maclin, hit Brent Selleck. Brent Selleck finally having a very Very good even.
And the secret on that defensive line has been Corey Williams has been hurt. He's the one next to Sue. He's the starter.
He's very underrated.
He's the starter, actually. And Nick Fairley and what's the other gentleman's name? I'm sorry. I forgot the other tackle's name. Sammy Hill. Sammy Hill and Nick Fairley back up. They back up in Dominican Sue and Corey Williams. So lately, Fairley's been getting most of the snaps because he's been out playing Hill. But Williams is supposed to be coming back this week.
Okay.
So.
And how about those linebackers? How's Sims doing?
Sims isn't even. I don't even know who he plays for. But I actually like Ernie Sims when he came out.
Ernie Sims, man.
But Justin Duran or bust. Stephen Tulloch is over the hill.
Stephen Tulloch, wow.
DeAndre Levy has just been a bust.
Oh, anybody named Levy playing linebacker for you, you're in trouble.
Yeah, we got Tulloch, Levy, and Durant. It's Durant or bust. It's Durant or bust. He's out there by himself. He's playing 3
That's
positions.
like having a cornerback named Cohen.
What?
Look up your 60s history, folks.
Man, I digress. My score, like I said, I like the Eagles in this one. I think it's going to be a close game. I think the Lions come back, but I just don't see. I mean, unless Calvin Johnson and Matt Stafford have a big game, I don't think that the Lions stand a chance.
What about LaShore?
I'm not scared of LaShore.
Not factoring him in quite yet?
If I'm on
he hasn't had a big enough game for you yet?
Nah, not yet.
I'm not LaShore. I'm about LaSure. You know?
You're not
I'm sorry.
I hate the fun.
Let's hear your score, Vinny.
Philadelphia 21, Detroit Lions 17.
Lions 14. It's going to be an ugly game. 14-13. Ugly. But they're going to win. I think they're going to win.
Lions 34-19. Defense shows up. Megatron scores 2. Burleson scores 1. LaSure runs in the rest.
And Scott Baker wakes up.
Wakes up on the right side of the bed with the right score. I'll update you guys next week. Next up on the slate, F these New York.
Make sure you got covers on.
One of the best shit games you'll watch all year. These teams always play each other well. The Cincinnati Bengals 3-2.
Bengals.
Heading out to Cleveland to the 0-5 Browns. The shit game. Like, to me, there's not a game on the roster that you can create worse than this one.
If this was ever a game that Cleveland Browns could actually win, this could actually.
They always play each other well.
I'm picking the Browns in this one, guys. I mean,
Battle of Ohio, baby.
I love Trent Richardson. I love how that defense is looking. You know, the defense has looked.
You like DeQuell?
I like DeQuell.
You like Joe Hayden?
Yeah, I like Joe Hayden. I'm going Browns.
I think Jim Brown is going to dominate this game.
Oh shit!
And I think the Browns are going to dominate.
Hard as Steve.
Listen, Trent Richardson is the guy, man.
Peyton Hillis?
Trent Richardson is the guy, though. You can't deny that he is a monster.
Yeah,
He's real.
How long is he gonna hold up? Is the question.
Yeah. I think
it does matter. He got to give me more than 4 seasons.
No, but.
Oh, you think you're gonna be? I don't think. Let's wait and see. Let's not put.
Let's wait and see.
Well, I think AJ Green's gonna have about 4 touchdowns this week because they have nobody. They got Joe Hayden. to check him. Okay, AJ Green. If you got him in your fantasy, you're gonna get some points.
UGA, stand up.
But Andy Dalton did not play well last week, man. He really disappointed me. He was playing like a Pro Bowl quarterback.
The Red Raider himself.
He's
came
allowed.
down to earth.
Ebb and flow. Yeah. He has those.
But against the Dolphins
but he
team?
always comes
A
back.
Dolphins team?
He always comes back.
Who's the cornerback on the Dolphins? Sean Smith. Can he run?
Listen, everybody came out flat that game. I think the Bengals learned. I think Marvin Lewis loved that game because
they're still 3-2.
They're still 3-2.
Marvin Lewis does like losing.
But I'm saying, he's good at it. But the point is that now they can't talk this crap about being a great team, an excellent team. They can't get full of themselves now because they saw what happened when they get full of themselves.
So give me a score, fellas.
Bengals, 24, Browns 6.
Browns 27-20.
Browns 27-20. Whew. Bengals 17-10. It's gonna be ugly. AJ Green he's gonna get one though. Yeah. Trent Richardson will probably get one.
Didn't have a good week last week. You got my fantasy team.
And Montario Hardesty.
I'm
just playing.
Trent Richardson went in too, man.
Next up, I said Trent. Next up on the slate,
Boomer Esiason's gonna throw a touchdown.
speaking of Boomer Esiason, the New York Jets 1-2.
Ouch.
Playing against the Indianapolis Colts.
Ouch.
2-2.
Ouch.
In New York.
Ugh.
Home field advantage.
Ugh.
Hey man, fuck the world, Jets ho.
Jets suck at home.
Fuck the world, Jets ho.
Edit. Take the kids out of the room.
Nah, I don't care, man. I'm picking the Jets for this one.
What's the score, baby? Let me hear it.
I mean, let me do my little explanation.
I'm sorry.
Andrew Luck is playing. Rex Ryan loves facing rookie quarterbacks. I think he can pull up some schemes that's going to confuse this guy. You know, I think we've played this team before. You know, we know what to expect from their offense. The big question with them is their defense. How is their defense going to hold up? I need to see something from our offense this week. But I'm going Jets. Jets in a medium scoring game. I'll say Jets 21, Colts 17. I like that number.
Do I have to make a prediction? I can't pass or something.
This is going on SNY.
It's going on SNY. Let's see. It's going to be Jets.
He doesn't seem too excited.
Jets 16, Colts 13.
Jets 16-13. Okay. Looking at this offense.
The Colts offense, man, is legit. Let's be honest.
Colts offense, those tight ends, Reggie Wayne.
But that running game, man, that's the only thing that's getting.
But y'all can expose that defense, though.
Oh, yeah.
Depending on the play call.
Tebow, no!
Jets 24, Colts 17. 24-17.
We're going to regret this because Andrew Luck is going to have all the time in the world to throw. If Donald Brown or anybody...
Donald Brown's hurt.
Well, I don't care who they can bring Lenny Moore in, and if they can run the ball, which everyone has, to at a clip of over 170 yards a game against the Jets up to this point.
Be nice.
Okay, you're giving up. You're giving up way over 150 yards per game rushing.
Yeah, Bears.
So it's been a difficult season. It's going to get more difficult, and as soon as they put Tebow in there, it'll just blow up in their faces. And like I said, if you're gonna lose,
you still pick the Jets.
if you're gonna lose a lot. Lose so that you're in the top 10. I don't trust who's picking because I don't trust Mike Tannenbaum to pick his nose.
This guy wants us to blow the rest of the season.
To pick his nose.
To get the number one pick and pick Geno.
I don't trust Mike Tannenbaum to pick his nose.
From West Virginia.
Because he'll pick his nose and he'll probably make it bleed. He won't even pull out a nice booger. So,
all right.
So my whole point is that we're going to need to, start concentrating on the kids because there is no season. Okay,
what seasoned veterans do they have on the Jets?
Let me take your Falcons.
Okay.
Let me take away. Who's your number one receiver, Roddy or Julio? Which one you want to lose?
You pick either.
No.
Okay,
Roddy's
let's take Roddy. Let's take Roddy away. Who's your best cornerback?
He's already gone. Is he? Nah, it's been
Ben Grimes. I mean, we got Asante Samuel. He's at number one right now.
Asante Samuel. Take him away.
Okay.
All right.
Take Tony Gonzalez. Bye.
Take Tony Gonzalez out.
We got to start Michael Palmer.
Yeah. Okay. And I mean,
hold on. Let's do your number two receiver too, because that's what the Jets have to deal with. Julio, bye. Your number one.
Right. Your number one and your number two.
So
receiver.
I got Harry
Douglas,
Kevin Cone.
Yes.
Now let's go to the defensive side of the ball.
Now let's go to the defense.
My head hurts.
Jariah Perry.
Perez Jerry.
Jerry Pryor.
Yeah, him.
Perez
Jerry.
Bye.
Jerry
He's
Pryor.
gone?
He's gone.
So that mean I got.
He's gone because we haven't had Sione Bua.
You center.
Todd McClure, Old Faithful.
Bye. He's hurt this week.
I got Joe Holly though.
But you see what I mean? This is what the Jets been having to deal with. I still think they're going to win.
No, I get it.
He's speaking, Mr. Fernandez over here speaking like he chose the Jets to lose. But I hear you giving him a W. What's the deal, man?
Even a blind squirrel can find a nut and stumble over a nut once in a while.
If I can't find nothing else, brother.
Even a 50-year-old man can catch a nut sometimes without the use of Viagra.
Okay, but we digress.
So needless to say, everybody's grabbing the Jets this week.
Grabbing them by the nuts.
The Jets should even it up at 2-2. Next up on the slate.
No, 3-3. 3-3. They're 2-3 right now.
They're 2-3.
I'm sorry.
Right now.
I'm sorry, 2 and 3.
Headed for. Yeah.
You picked them to win, so you got to say 3 and 3.
They're gonna win, and they're gonna be 3 and 3. But then they're going to New England, and they're gonna get raped.
Lord. Another conversation for another day.
Sandusky.
Rape me.
Sandusky.
Oh man. The Kansas City Chiefs at 1 and 4 head out to Tampa Bay to play the Buccaneers at 1 and 3.
Buccaneers got a chance to win, man. We need to take this chance. I think that Tampa Bay should win. I've seen LeGarrette Blount step up. I think Doug Martin.
Yeah, he got threatened. He got benched.
Yeah, and I think that Josh Freeman can make something happen with Vincent Jackson.
He needs to. Josh Freeman has looked extremely pedestrian. He hasn't lived up to his pick.
Well, they played good teams. I think they played good teams.
He looked extremely pedestrian.
You don't like it? You don't like
The Chiefs?
the Chiefs? You don't like the Chiefs?
Jamal Charles is going to get 100 yards. We all know that, but they're going to lose.
Yeah, he's been rushing up a storm.
You know?
Give me a score, man.
Man, it's another low-scoring game, man, only because the Chiefs are in it. I have the Chiefs losing. Score will be 12-9.
If Otis Taylor can get single coverage, Lenny Dawson can get it.
Okay, let me help you out. If Priest Holmes gets 200 yards, if Tony Gonzalez catches 19 balls,
If Willie Lanier gets more than 10 tackles,
if Willie Rofe is out there blocking,
Trent Dilfer out
Willie
there,
Rofe?
quarterback.
Wow, Willie Rofe reference. Say that 10 times. Well, Willie Rofe reference.
Okay.
Right.
Listen. But yeah, I think the Bucs have a chance to win this.
Yeah, I love this game.
12-9.
you said 12-9. That's
12-9.
Woo. Buccaneers win 12.
That's 4 field goals.
I mean, I think it's gonna be a touchdown.
4-3.
A touchdown, a missed extra point.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think Kansas City. I don't think Kansas City's going to get 10 points. I'll give them a touchdown. I'll give them the 7. But they're going to lose 24-7. I think Tampa Bay is going to break out a little.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Ugly match.
20-8. They're gonna score a touchdown. Jamal Charles gonna run the 2-point conversion.
Hey, Jamal Charles.
20-8.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay. Josh Freeman throws for 100.
Tampa Bay sweeping the board, huh?
Jamal Carlos.
Jamal Carlos.
Yeah.
He just
Charles
sounds,
is Carlos.
he just sounds like a player that needs to be in the NFL.
It's like Juan Banco. Juan Banco is Johnny Bench.
Blowing my mind.
There's so much going on right now. Next up on the slate, the Atlanta Falcons playing the Oakland Raiders here in Atlanta. What you got to score?
Falcons better bust this out, man. I see 42-14.
Wow.
42-14. D-Mac scores 2 touchdowns because he's on my family.
No, who are they playing again?
Oakland Raiders.
Oakland Raiders, man. Okay.
Carson Palmer gets sacked 12 times.
Seriously, Carson Palmer's gonna have a really long day.
Are we gonna see a little Terrell Pryor, maybe?
Yeah, we might see Jim Plunkett come out the tunnel.
Al Davis is gonna go over.
John Madden might be an upgrade at this point.
Oh yeah, man.
Man, these Raiders guys, man.
Howie Long's gonna step up.
I'm a big fan of some of the defensive players, and I'm a big fan of Jeremy McFadden. But after that Hayward Bay injury, it's all gone downhill.
What do you mean? No Lewis Murphy?
Who?
Who would have
That Florida junkie?
Who would have thunk it that Darius Hayward Bay would be like a critical part of Oakland after all the heat they took?
They did pick him in the top 10. He has to produce.
You gotta produce.
Yeah, but I mean, he's really stepped up compared
But
to
no production at all compared to the production he did.
Well, the rookies they drafted after him put pressure on him.
Denarius Moore.
They drafted 2 good rookie receivers behind him. So give me a score, man.
Nothing like good competition.
Like I said, 42, 41.
I say the Falcons 34-16.
Yeah, Falcons. Mike Smith can get a bit conservative when we play him with the lead. I say I'm with Lou, 34-35, something like that, and the Raiders will score like 14 points.
Y'all give the Raiders too much credit.
Well, our defense can be a bit opportunistic, and those blitzes can pay off.
You might see that Terrell Pryor signing, man.
And he couldn't produce in Ohio State.
Terrell Pryor is gonna get what Robert Griffin III got in the third quarter and the first quarter.
Terrell Pryor is going to take the route of.
You're gonna send their assassin against him.
No, I don't want to get a bounty on any of my players.
No bounty.
Let's not talk about
I didn't say bounty. I just said assassin.
You gotta be careful with those words.
25 million.
I know, right?
Fine.
Don't find me, Roger. Don't find me.
I'm at the right amount check.
I'm not getting paid. I'm not getting paid for
I
this
ain't
kid.
got it. That's what's up. So that was all the 1 o'clock games.
Oh, that's just 1 o'clock.
That's just 1 o'clock. And now we're in the 4 o'clock bracket. The 4 games at 4 o'clock.
I'll be asleep.
You got the New England Patriots 3-2 heading out to Seattle 3-2.
Ooh, that's a tough game.
That's a good game.
That's a tough game for the Patriots going out there.
As good as people think they did. I think last week the Patriots set themselves apart. I think Patriots going to win big time.
No, the Patriots don't play well against a good pass rush.
No. I don't. I think that pass rush is going to get to Tom Brady.
See, what I think was going to happen is they're going to get the run game started first. Stephen Ridley and Brandon Bolden. Now,
shout out to Bruce Irvin. Shout out to Chris Clemens.
Once you get that run game going, man, it's a whole different deal with the pass rush. Because if you can't stop that running game, it's going to be a tough day. You know, I want to see how Seattle stops that run defense.
Give me a score, man.
Man, I have New England. This is going to be a pretty high scoring game because I think New England can put up the points. They've been doing it all year. New England's going to win 28-17.
28-17.
Seattle's coming with the A game. Don't forget, Pete Carroll used to coach the New England Patriots, and he was fired by the New England Patriots.
He coached them when they weren't.
Probably for a good reason.
And quite frankly, Bill Parcells went to the Super Bowl a few years after, basically with Pete Carroll's team, just about. Yeah. So a lot of players from Pete Carroll's team. So Pete Carroll is not a crappy coach. Like we said, defense. These teams are always known for defense.
I just don't think their offense has the firepower to keep up with the New England Patriots.
That's going to be key.
Because
Russell Wilson has to step up.
It's not about can you stop the Patriots, because they're going to score. I have no doubt that the Patriots are going to score, and they're going to score a lot. They're leading the league in points per game. This team is going to score.
I want to see them. I want to see them block that front seven of Seattle.
It'll be interesting,
because that front seven of Seattle looks. Clemens look like. They're
like Green. They're a great pass rushing team, but I've seen a lot of bad things when it's come to the run. I've seen them give up a lot of holes. I've seen them give up a lot of things.
He looked like Bruce Smith, man.
So what's your score, man?
I think that Seattle's going to win it. I think Seattle's going to win 21-17.
Who's scoring the points? Golden Tate,
Russell Wilson to Golden Tate in the
Sidney Rice
left hand corner of the end zone. Throw it up
Rice hasn't shown
at the end of the game.
I'm gonna give the edge. I'm gonna say New England. Yeah. Because I believe Vinny, that pass rush is gonna get to Tom Brady, but the Patriots score points. Period. So I think it's gonna be something ugly like 24-14. Patriots.
I mean, no doubt. I think it's gonna be a very good game.
Shout out to you, Pete Carroll. Appreciate your USC. Next up on the slate, the Buffalo Bills 2-3 head out to Arizona, get a little sunshine with the 4-1 Cardinals. They playing good.
Arizona's going to make the Bills feel even worse about themselves.
Yeah.
Arizona's going to win. I don't think they're going to win big. Hopefully Kevin Cobb gets it together, but they're going to win by a pretty good margin.
What's going on with Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Ryan Fitzpatrick sucks the balls. He's Carson Palmer to me. Carson Palmer too.
Nah, but the problem in this game is he's the wrong Fitzpatrick. Because whoever is checking the other guy, the other Fitzpatrick on the other side.
Not Fitzpatrick, it's Fitzgerald, the other Fitz.
The other Fitz, whatever Fitz.
I knew who you were talking about.
He's the wrong Fitz. Edit. He's the wrong Fitz.
That's cool.
So I mean, I think that the Cardinals are gonna win. I think the Cardinals are gonna play pretty well this week. I think Cobb is gonna step up. I'm still kind of grudgingly holding on to something with Cobb, so I'm hoping he comes back. 23-13.
23-13.
Arizona 27. 22 the Bills 7.
20-7. Okay.
20-7.
I'm gonna say Arizona 17-3. Buffalo doesn't get off the ground.
Buffalo doesn't score a touchdown 2 weeks in a row.
They don't get off the ground. That offense looks piss poor.
Pissy.
So next up, we're almost done. Next up,
Fitz Pissy.
The 4-1 on fire Purple People Eaters, the Minnesota Vikings, heading out to Washington to a saddened Washington Redskins at 2-3.
I think that this could be a week that we actually see the Vikings lose a game. We actually see the chicks in the armor. I think the RG3 is going to come back and he's going to basically be pissed.
Who's keeping Jared Allen off his neck though?
Hey man, all he has to watch out for those big hits.
Because I heard that Trent Williams is starting up tackle.
With a run game like the Redskins have with Alfred Morris, all right, that's one thing that can stop a pass rusher that's trapped.
It's going to be big if Trent Williams plays or not though, because he twisted his ankle last week.
Yeah.
And he twisted it, but he came back in the game. But
Now it's going to be interesting to see if the Redskins defensive line can stop AP and Percy Harvin. You know, I love those two guys; they're awesome together. But I'm gonna go Redskins, man. I think it's gonna be close, but I think we finally see the Vikings lose. I think they come down to earth a little bit. I got the Redskins winning a really close game, 24-20.
24-20. Okay.
I think that RG3 is going to take a step back. I think this, you know, even though he was cleared to play medically, I think he's still shaking off the cobwebs. And I think the Vikings are going to get to him. I think the Vikings are gonna put a pass rush on him. Okay. So, you know, he's going to be banged up after this game. I don't know if maybe I'm hoping he finishes the damn game. But Vikings, I see the Vikings pulling it out. The way Potter's been playing, I think Vikings. Shit, I think Vikings are going to be like 31-17.
31-17.
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to go ahead and say Minnesota keeps moving. I think that defense is going to be too much for RG3, seeing as how he's already dinged up. And I think his injury is worse than what people are saying.
Remember, RG3 isn't the only good player on this Redskins team, though.
He's a quarterback, though.
Alfred Morris has looked tremendous.
Joe Theismann is excellent.
I'm sick of you with these old players, all right? Let me take him back to the
And the funny thing is, I know exactly who he's talking about. But, yeah, I'm going to say Minnesota in this game.
Doug Williams.
It'll be 28-14, Minnesota.
Okay.
We got 3 more games left up on the slate.
Okay. Slate away.
The San Francisco 49ers 4-1.
Niners.
This is probably the biggest game to me of the week. The New York Football Giants, the rematch.
49ers.
This won't be a rematch. I think the 49ers are going to be pissed, and I think they're going to give the Giants the dick. All right, the Giants.
You think the Giants don't take dick that well, though?
I think the Giants' defense has not played up to snuff, and I think that's one of
they haven't had to.
Well, let's realize the reason the Niners lost that last game in the playoffs last year was you had Kyle Williams, a rookie at the moment, fuck up punts.
Yeah,
he made some mistakes.
Yeah.
I don't think that those mistakes are going to be out there. They're not going to give him a chance.
And Victor Cruz isn't going to be open like he was last week.
It's all on if
It'll be Ramsey's Barton.
If Akeem Nicks comes back, you know, I think that the Giants have.
I think he's supposed to be playing this week.
You think so?
They're supposed to be getting Akeem Nicks and J. Ron Hosley.
I just think that 49ers team looks too good. They're on a roll, man, and Alex Smith is looking on point.
I don't know, man. New York Football Giants.
Man, I have the Niners winning and winning big.
Let me hear it.
34-14.
34-14. I think Jerry Rice is going to catch 2 touchdowns.
Oh my God!
And Montana is gonna throw for 4.
Is Merton Hanks playing corner?
Merton Hanks is gonna be
Get
doing.
out of here with
you
your
remember that Merton Hanks dance? That Merton Hanks
Every
dance.
game has to be a throwback moment. Throwback moment of the day.
Is Ronnie Lott out there roaming?
Yes. John Brody will be backing up.
Who are these guys?
For all you young fellas, look these names up.
Who are these people? I knew the Montanas and the Raisins. Joey who? Biden?
John Brody was the quarterback for the 49ers in the early
little kid from
70s.
Cali who calls me Brody.
Wow. But anyway, I think the 49ers are going to win. They're going to take that. I think that they're going to send a message because this is one of the teams they have to send a message to. I'm going to say 49ers 27, Giants 20.
I'm gonna actually pick opposite you guys.
Look at this guy. He got blue all over him. Come to Giants
I'm gonna
fan,
say
right
no.
before our
I've
eyes.
always been a silent Giants fan.
You said you've been a silent Eli Manning.
Yeah, I see that, it's throbbing.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Excuse me for 1 second. We don't waste these. I'm gonna pick the New York Football Giants in the upset out in San Francisco, and it's gonna be something dirty, like 20-19. I mean, an ugly game.
Ugly.
Where every point counts. Every field goal is like, then what? No. 2019 Giants.
Charles Haley, 2 sacks.
Oh my God.
Michael Strahan.
Michael Strahan.
Antonio Pierce out there with 15 tackles.
Homer Jones.
Please stop it, man.
LT. He's coming back. I believe you could put some cocaine in him in the helmet and he could probably still play.
Put a hooker and some cocaine up in that boy.
Okay, we got 2 games left. The 2 8 o'clock games. The 2-3 Green Bay Packers head out to Houston to get their ass beat. I mean, to play the Houston Texans at 5-0.
Man, I actually am coming a little different. I said it earlier in the show. I think this is the week that the Texans lose, and I'm gonna stick with that. I think Green Bay. I think Aaron Rodgers is pissed. Former MVP.
He's pissed.
I think that defense is pissed. I think they're gonna come out shooting, and I think they're going like they had a lead last week and they let it go. They're gonna get the lead this time and they're gonna hold it. I got Green Bay winning 28-21.
Dan Pastorini will throw.
I'm leaving.
One touchdown.
Brett Favre.
Earl Campbell will run for 168 yards.
The Minister of Defense is going to have 5 sacks.
Bart Starr will have. Stop.
Antonio Freeman is going to have 19 catches.
But no, seriously.
Sterling Sharp.
I still think the Texans are going to roll on. I think losing Cushing was horrible. It's a terrible loss.
I hate when I lose Cush.
We're almost finished, folks. So hang in there with it. I really sincerely think that the Texans are going to play well this week, despite Mr. Baker. So I think the Texans are going to win because the Packers can't stop. They can't stop themselves from shitting in their pants.
One thing I can't say about the Texans, though, even though I said they're going to lose, I think Aaron Foster is going to go bananas.
Yeah, he doesn't have him in his fantasy team. I think the Texans are going to win. It's going to be.
Actually, I traded Aaron Foster.
It's going to be 34-30.
34-30 Texans?
Texans.
I'm saying the Texans keep rolling over and Green Bay looks softer than tissue paper. I'm going to get a game something ugly like 31-14 Texans. Aaron Rodgers gets intercepted 2-3 times. Gets pressure put on him all night. Doesn't know what the fuck to do.
Hey, listen. As good as we like to think that Texas defense, I saw a lot of chinks in that secondary.
What's the guy's name replacing Brian Cushing? He had an interesting name. Can't even remember it, but he's gonna have a big game. Mr. Alexander. Mr. Alexander is replacing Brian Cushing.
Mr. Alexander.
Mr. Alexander.
That's his first name, Mr.
Mr.
That's better than Sham God.
Sham God? Who?
Never heard of Sham God? He plays for which one? Doesn't he play for St. John's now?
That's terrible.
Sham God.
So like Fab Mello.
His parents were lazy.
His parents were lazy. Well, they got Carmelo, so we can have.
They were Beatle fans and Carmelo Anthony.
They were D4L fans.
Oh shit.
Denver Nuggets fans.
Oh man. Okay. All right.
Sabo.
The last game of the week.
Sabo.
The last game of the week, and we got to move on from this NFL because we have lost control of the table. The 2-3 Denver Broncos head out to San Diego to play the 3-2 Chargers.
Broncos come back big. San Diego Chargers can't stop those two receivers. I think Peyton Manning has finally got an accord with his receivers in his running game. I think it's a good running game. He looks well. He looks very good. Broncos win it big, 30-19.
Broncos 21. The other team.
Chargers.
The Chargers. Okay, the Chargers. I like the Chargers, but I think they're gonna have 17. Chargers. 20, what is it? 21-17.
Chargers are incredibly average.
Broncos 42-19. Peyton says fuck everybody, and I'm out here.
We here.
At least lube them up.
Nope. I think the Chargers like it dry at this point. But yeah, that's our segment for NFL. We went on extremely long. We apologize, but hopefully it was entertaining because we like to put a little funk in every game. And challenge us with your picks. Let us know. Real Talk Sports. We're always trying to get it in. We're going to glaze over a few more topics before we leave you, before we hit the 100-minute mark. We are at 94 minutes and 10 seconds and counting. I'm going to blaze through the MLB playoff situation. Last night, STL 8, Washington settled.
Now, how the heck have the Cardinals come out and beating both of the NL East teams that were doing very well in the Atlanta Braves and now the Washington Nationals? And St. Louis is catching the groove they did last year. They're making a run to the World Series.
Yeah, they lead the series 2-1.
They look like they're making a run to the series.
They have the pitching. They have the pitching, and Washington.
Chris Carpenter came back,
and Washington doesn't even have their best pitcher pitching.
So. Well, Washington's glad they made it to the playoffs. It's been what, a 36-year drought.
Yeah, we're going to hear those people who were pretty disgruntled earlier about Strasburg sitting down. You're going to hear those fans out again at the end of this year.
Well, the Senators left in the early '70s, so they became the Seattle Pilots, and then the Pilots became anyway.
Next up. The Frisco boys, them Giants,
Juicy J.
win against Cincinnati Reds 8-3. The series is tied up 2-2. Where y'all think it's going?
If y'all didn't hear me earlier in our podcast, I chose Cincinnati and Detroit to make it to the World Series. The Reds have been disappointing me, to say the least. But the Giants are playing very well. They do have the pitching. Lincecum, out of nowhere, has become an ace. Okay, this whole year
Lincecum?
Well, I mean, he wasn't playing well this entire season. But now he's stepping it up. He's picking it up. And the Reds are really...
And his hair looks fantastic.
Oh, man. I've seen that.
Can we get some real baseball talking here instead of this side chatter, you women? Hey, man, but the Reds need to make a comeback. I think they can do it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, the Reds look good, man. I like Votto and I like Bruce. And I like now this whole thing with Cueto now, where they were saying, because they're all tied up now, they have the clinching game tonight. But the thing is that Cueto, they didn't know as of last night how injured he was. So now the whole thing is, if they decide to take Cueto off of the roster and bring in another pitcher to take his place, in the rotation, he can't come back for the next series.
Oh, man.
He could come back for the World Series, but he can't come back for the...
Can they survive that blow?
That's the whole question.
I don't think they can. Johnny Cueto, he was a Cy Young.
Pitching is everything in the playoffs.
Absolutely. Pitching is everything, period.
Ask the Braves.
Yep. Shout out to Chipper Jones.
Shout out to Kimlin. What's the guy's name?
Bye, Larry. Stop throwing the ball into right field, though, man.
Okay. No more. All right. Then Baltimore O's lost 2-3 to the New York Yankees. The Yankees are up 2-1.
Big stories about A-Rod. A-Rod not producing. I think A-Rod needs to produce. I think it's a travesty that he's not producing, and that Raul Ibanez had to be sent in to take his place.
Everybody has to get a chance.
But he has reached the annals of Chris Chambliss, of Aaron Boone, of Babe Ruth, of Mickey Mantle. It
was a huge performance.
Huge home run. Okay. He tied the game in the 9th and won the game in the 12th.
I think it's about time. I think we're going to see the Yankees in the championship series. I think we're going to see the championship.
All that money's going to finally pay off?
It better.
As long as they don't have to pitch Phil Hughes, they're in good shape.
Phil Hughes.
Yeah, that's their Achilles heel right there. If their other pitchers don't pitch
the other guy's name? Humber?
Yeah, Humpty Dumpty. But you don't want to depend on Hughes. That's the key for me. And hopefully, they'll sprinkle in Ibanez in there, because I'm like, why wouldn't you play this guy? If he's healthy, he's got the perfect stroke for Yankee Stadium. And people, if you're into Yankee lore, man, go back and look at Tino Martinez's swing and compare it to Raul Ibanez. It's almost the same exact swing.
There's something I want to say about the Yankees. The fact that you have all these guys, Curtis Granderson, Nick Swisher, Russell Martin, Robinson Cano, Derek Jeter, Ichiro Suzuki. All right, you have all these guys.
All the names.
And you're telling me that you can only afford, you have to rely on Raul Ibanez to hit you 2 home runs for you to win a game?
K-Rod is half of that. A-Rod is half of that.
I'm very disappointed. I expected bigger things. These players are paid millions and they're not producing.
Maybe that's part of the problem.
I don't see them going to the World Series though at all. It's not their year. Nah.
Okay.
They need to make another purchase.
Well, in very underwhelming fashion, the last game of the week, my Detroit Tigers.
They're lying to the fans right now.
Right. I'll put together the Lions and the Tigers. So the Detroit Tigers lost 3-4 to the fucking A's.
The A's, man, made a roaring comeback, all right, to come off with the walk-off win. Great game. I can't even name, to be honest, I can't name a hitter on the opening.
I wasn't expecting.
Go, Chris.
Like I said, I can't name.
I wouldn't expect Oakland to
actually. I had it for breakfast yesterday.
Hey man,
I haven't had those.
Oakland played.
Those are good.
Excellent,
man. They make the milk turn into chocolate.
Yeah.
I think the Oakland A's basically shitted on the Rangers by winning the division, basically kicking them out of the playoffs. And this Detroit Tiger team better watch out, because they were one step away from getting a sweep, and now
I think the fact that Miguel Cabrera has been almost invisible, and they're in it, and they're about to, they have a chance to clinch it.
man, when you steal this series, let Cabrera get hot in the next series or in the World Series, you win the whole thing.
Yeah, I still have. Like I said,
just stay alive.
Yeah,
just stay alive.
Detroit Tigers is my pick, of course, to go to represent the AL.
Right. So, I mean, that's the slate for the baseball playoffs. Keep up. We'll definitely keep you informed. Go Tigers. You know what I mean?
Go Mets.
Right. Go purchase some tickets to see the Tigers. Take your private jet. Stay in the box. Come pick up your Real Talk Sports boys. Let's do it.
Let's go.
You know, I don't have no problem.
Come on, Scott, throw down that check, man.
I don't got no problem, R.A. Dickey. You know what I mean? That's my man in $100,000 if he got me. But it's cool. We're going to keep it moving, like I said, because we just crossed into 100 minutes. But I wanted to scrape upon NCAA, and this is supposed to be a shorter show.
Yeah, this is a short show.
Okay. NCAA football, the AP poll, top 15 teams. Number 1 still is Alabama. Number 2, the Oregon Ducks. Number 3, the South Carolina boys.
Huge win last week.
The Gamecocks.
The Cock Gamers. Number 4, the Florida Gators.
I just like to
huge,
say
another team with a huge win last week against LSU.
Number 5, West Virginia.
Gino.
West Virginia.
Or the Jets' dream team, I should say. Number 6, Kansas State.
Oh man, how this team has looked at. I don't know how they're in the top 10.
That one blows my top. Number 7, Notre Dame. They're looking more official. Number 8, Ohio State. Urban Meyer is making his mark.
I mean, if anybody can do it, it's him, and he has a guy who he can take advantage of.
I didn't think they was gonna be able to replace the vest as fast. Or Jim Tressel, you know. Number 9, LSU.
They had to come down. You know, I don't see them being a top 10 team anymore though.
Number 10 is Oregon State. Number 11, USC. Number 12, Florida State.
Florida State, man,
took a big loss.
Yeah, they took a.
Man, I have a friend who loves to hate, so he called that Florida State loss. You know, talking all shit stuff. I don't think it's anything wrong with that. But their national championship dreams.
They're done. Number 13, Oklahoma. The Georgia Bulldogs went from
they should have went to 25.
5 to 14.
Oh my
They played a terrible game.
I was so embarrassed.
I mean,
I was embarrassed to be a Dogs fan.
Well, I didn't think that people thought so highly of Aaron Murray. What the hell makes y'all think that guy is a legitimate quarterback in the SEC? All right, he's trash. All right, he's Carson Palmer-ish.
Everybody's Carson Palmer to you.
We were saying before about a team that had a guy named Levy on it, and now you're talking about a guy named Murray on it. Okay, there you go. Okay, you don't want a cornerback named Cohen. You know,
write this down, people.
You don't want a defensive.
What's wrong with the name Murray?
You don't want a defensive man named Zimmerman. Okay,
I don't think you
want a Jew to play defensive man. That just doesn't add up. He's probably the general manager.
Mike Golick.
He's usually the quarterback's agent. Yeah. the lawyer.
Yeah, man, it's interesting at least. You know, I just didn't think they would lose the way they did. The Georgia Bulldogs.
I expected that to be a good game, and it wasn't.
It's time for Mark Richt to go.
I had to be quiet. Like I couldn't even talk no shit after that.
It's time for Mark Richt to go.
The fact that nobody's even talking about him.
It's been a decade.
Is very bad.
And this team is always. This team isn't even always in the BCS at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you know, why Mark Richt is being given, a pass.
And it's not like he doesn't have the talent. Like Georgia's, if not better.
He always has the talent.
Every year Georgia's coming out with big time recruits.
So yeah, that's the
number 1 recruit of the year. He went to freaking Clemson. Why is he not going to UGA?
Reputation with that offense. He wants to be the centerpiece, man. So I got to shout out my team. My Michigan Wolverines won last week against Purdue, 44-13.
Who cares? Michigan's not even in the BCS.
Yes, they are. They're ranked 25th.
First of all,
FU.
Okay.
And then next week,
FU isn't in the top 25.
Next week,
university.
Next week, the Wolverines play the Fighting Illini. They head out to Illinois, who are 2-4, 0-2 in their division.
Man, these are games.
Regardless of what you think, Michigan is 1-0 in the division.
Oh, that's awesome! You're going to win your division title.
Who did they beat? Northwestern?
Purdue.
Purdue!
The Boilermaker.
Okay, when you got a team that's named after like a chicken.
What?
The Purdue Chicken Company. Hey, man. Shoelace or bust. We out here.
Okay,
and your team is called the Wolverines, and that team is called Purdue, you need to take care of that.
We did.
Because a Wolverine
44-13. We took care of
should
it.
snatch a big ass fat chicken.
Okay, we all know that we're going to win that
and tear the
game.
shit out of it.
My whole thing is what's going to happen when they face the Ohio State.
We're going to beat the shit out of it.
Oh, okay.
I'm very confident. We always play good against Ohio State. It's a right.
I don't have a good feeling about that Ohio State.
Let's call Appalachian State, see if they want to play a game.
Appalachian State reference. Ouch.
Hey, that's my team's rival. That's Georgia Southern's rival. Go Georgia Southern.
And on that note,
yeah, Baker's hurt. Baker's hurt to his
no,
core.
because I'm about to take it to the next level on you. So I'm gonna go
You better
ahead.
turn off the mic.
I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna end this show. Appreciate y'all. Real Talk Sports Pod 13. We are running at 105 minutes. So if this show comes out next month, don't be mad at me.
It'll come out after the season's over.
Right, it'll come out in January.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. Real Talk Sports. I'm Scott Baker. Signing off. Check us out. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Check out everybody. Me, Vinny, Lou. We all got pages. We all linked together. Hit us up, man. Talk to us, man. Give us a hand job. Anything.
Send us money. I mean, yeah, send money. Okay, send cash.
Hand job.
Okay, and your checks. We don't want any post-dated checks. No. We like checks that are up to date and current.
Give me a cashier's check.
And make sure you got a phone number on that sucker too. So thank you for listening. Come back next week. We're gonna try harder to cut this sucker down, man. Okay, Vinny, hurry up before it's 110 minutes.
We'll do what we do. We talk a lot. We have a lot to say.
We don't shut the hell up.
But I mean, we have a lot to say, man. And if you want to hear it, you open your ears. If you don't, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, man, it's Vinny, aka V-Kid. Follow me on Twitter at V-Kid that dude. Follow my boy Scotty Baker. Follow my dad. Follow the Lou. All right, we out here, man. Show us some love.
Love it out. Real Talk Sports.